Hello folks, my Kaylee 7 here. As you can see, the afternoon thunderstorms are moving in, and I am going to move my butt home. I don't know what time it is. It's probably about 4:30 or so. I'm leaving a little bit earlier than I usually do. Oh, come on, Mikey. I forget how the damn bike works. And it's raining on me. Freshly washed bike. Bike ain't that clean anyway. You got to get really into the detailing for that. All right, so I think today's the 9th of June. 9th or 8th or 10th. I don't remember anymore. Not that it really matters if you're watching this 10 years from now, right? Oh, just grab for a clutch. And I'm getting soaked. Oh well, I waited too long. All right, well, I don't have any motorcycle topic for you. I've kind of exhausted most of those for now. But I will say this, I have on my Scorpion EXO gloves, I think these are called. Scorpion EXO. And I've got on my Klim induction jacket. I'm not wearing any protective pants or shoes today because I'm a squid. And apparently this light is... Oh, alright, it's just turned yellow, so there we go. Do you guys do that too? Do you watch the other light to see if it's turning yellow? Dumbass. All right, let's see. Talk about more family stuff because I seem interested in that lately. So, whenever people do biographies of themselves, they always start at the beginning. And so they talk about their family history before they were born. So I'm going to go back as far as I can. And when I say this, you're going to laugh, but I'll try to get through this as quickly as I can because there's only 10 minutes to the house. So, all right. The earliest record of my family goes back to 1349 in a little town called Montbéliard. Actually, it's called Le Pays de Montbéliard, which is the country of Montbéliard. And a lot of French speakers will say, is it Montpellier? No, it's Montbéliard. Le Pays de Montbéliard. And that's on the border of Switzerland. It's in France. It used to be its own country. That's why they call it the country of Montbéliard. And it has swapped hands several times in the different wars and whatevers. But it is currently part of France. And that's the earliest record of my family goes to there. That's on my mom's side, my mom's dad. And I even went there in 2005 and I saw the big, like the downtown thing, it's called Le Château. So the big chateau of Montbéliard. And I went to the genealogical center down in the basement, and this very nice lady helped me, and I pulled out a passenger manifest for a boat called the Speedwell. And my ancestors left France in 1748 to go to Nova Scotia, Canada. So Jean-Louis Matatal and his wife, I can't remember her name now, and their kids. So my family goes back to basically, 1349, and in America, basically 1748. That's on that side anyway. And then on my mother's side, she was part Portuguese. And there's a terrible story about my great-grandfather. Everybody called him Pa. His name was Arthur. And he was a great guy, except when he was drinking. And he was a holy terror when he was drinking. And one day in January, my great-grandmother, I think her name was Josephine, she was going to the supermarket, and she told him to watch the little girl. So there's this little girl, I can't remember her name now, but she was like 5. And so off my great-grandmother goes, and when she comes back several hours later, in the freezing cold, it was like minus something degrees. It was up in Boston in January, very cold. She said, "Where's the kid?" He says, "Well, she pissed me off. I put her out on the porch." This is on the 3rd floor porch. It was a triple-decker. And she goes up there to the porch and finds the kid laying down on the porch, unconscious. They put the kid in the bed and tried to warm her up, but she died. And then the next day, they called the doctor, and the doctor came, and yeah, she's dead. And they said, what happened? Well, she got a cold from falling in a puddle. She got pneumonia or whatever, and now she's dead. So that was way back in the, I don't know, late 1800s, early 1900s. So nothing was ever done about it. And so basically my great-grandfather killed one of his kids. Lovely story. My mother had told me about the cold puddle thing and the pneumonia thing, but then she accidentally let the truth slip about 10 years ago when she was telling me a story. I'm like, oh, that's not the story you told me growing up. So who knows what the hell they're hiding from you, right? Anyway, Arthur Francis, yeah. And let's see, on my mother's, let me see now. So, anyway, on my mother's side, basically you got the Portuguese, the French, the German. There's German ancestry too, and Irish. And that's Egan. Mary Egan is from Kilkenny, Ireland, or was from Kilkenny, Ireland. And I never met her because she died, you know, hell, she died back in the 40s, I'd imagine. But I took my mother to Ireland in 2017 to see, you know, the ancestral homeland, and my mother absolutely adored it. I made a lot of videos on that one. Almost killed my mom. She got pneumonia while she was there. Ironic. And yeah, so that was awesome. So we got now, what is it? France, we got Germany, we got Portugal, we got Ireland. Now, on my dad's side, he always told me we were Irish. You know, and damn the English for their occupation of Ulster. You know, the Irish homeland has been occupied for 800 long years, and they only got their independence in 1920. I grew up learning all that stuff. Well, come to find out, after my dad died, I found out because of the second part of my family we rediscovered, and they did all their genealogy because they're awesome. And come to find out that my dad's dad was of English and Danish extraction, not Irish. So I can hate myself because I'm English and I am Irish on both sides. My father's mother, she came from a long line of Buckleys, and they were in Ireland and in the Dublin area. And so I've got Irish on both sides. I've got English on one side, German on the other side, Danish on one side. I'm basically the whitest man in history. Every inch of me is white. Top to bottom, back to front, I'm a white dude. And a lot of the stuff I found out on my own from doing all this research, and nobody seems to care except for me and my Uncle Fred. So, well, I know that my Aunt Margie cares too. That side of the family, I call them Family 2.0, they seem to care. But when I called my mom up back in 2005, or 3 or whatever, and I told her, Ma, did you know we're French? We go back to 1349. We're French. And that Scottish thing that you thought, by the way, I'm Scottish too. That Scottish thing you thought I was actually French. And my mother says, oh, that's great, honey. You know, I just bought a new microwave the other day. Okay. I don't know how they lost the truth about the family heritage on that side. My mom's dad, he told her that Mattatall, her last name, was a Scottish name. Well, it's not. I looked it up. It ain't. It's French. Anyway, I'm part French Huguenot. On my dad's mother's side, by the way, we have Scottish. That is correct. Scottish. From Glasgow, the Lockharts. So, I'm Scottish too. And I'm Welsh because I'm a Jones. So, I'm from all over the damn place. All right, it's Mike Haley, 7 Polyglot, all that goodness. Talk to you later. A bientôt. Ni sayandra vinaka.